If you're a Samsung obsessed YouTuber and you get to build your own studio, how would you do it? Today, I show you how I did it. Let's go. For the last month, I've been quietly renovating our new house, building a new kitchen, putting up new walls, painting, new turf outside, the lot. One part though that I was most excited to get done was building my home studio. It's a stark contrast to the space that I was recording in before, starting in the corner of my bedroom, graduating to the corner of my living room. Now I get my own space to do whatever I want. The design of the room is nice. I really like the aesthetic of the green walls contrasted with the acoustic wood panels on the side. Got some couches in here and some desks set up. It's beautiful. But the aesthetics of a room isn't why you're here. You're here to look at the Samsung products I've kitted this thing out with. Well, let me take you through it. When I initially designed the concept of this room, there was one aspect of it that for me was a non-negotiable, and that was putting in a dedicated Samsung DeX workstation. Because I live and breathe Samsung DeX and I utilize it on a daily basis, I thought, why not incorporate it into my workflow? So that's what I did. Now, there are two ways I could have gone down for this DeX station option. I could have put in a portable sort of monitor, which I do have, and created almost like a mobile Samsung DeX station, one that I could take with me on the go. But I figure I've got those monitors sitting around anyway. I want to have something permanent, something where I can just come in, put it down, and work. I want the most PC-like experience because ultimately that is what Samsung DeX was created for. So to make that happen, I bought two different Samsung DeX products. I bought the original Samsung DeX station, which is like the hockey puck, and then I also bought the DeX pad. I haven't quite figured out which one I like the use of the most. They both have their advantages. The DeX pad has an advantage in that it lies flat, and then you can use the screen as a mouse. And the DeX station has an advantage where you can have the phone propped up and sort of see things on the phone screen as you're using Samsung DeX. The advantage both of them have that's the same is that they have ports on the back. So you can plug in like a USB mouse, you've got a HDMI out, and then you can keep your phone charged at the same time through USB-C. But what's so great about it is whenever I just want to quickly respond to an email or write a script up, instead of having to go over to my editing big workstation over there, I can just put the phone in. Everything is on my phone, so now I just get to translate that into a bigger environment using Samsung DeX. So fun. Like the DeX docking station idea is such a good one because you just pop the phone in and DeX launches, and it conveniently puts the phone sort of on the desk safely as opposed to plugging in via USB-C where it's just sort of flopping around everywhere. I really wish Samsung continued down this trajectory because it's such a good idea. And then when you're done, lift the phone out and carry on about your day. I've got it connected to a Samsung Viewfinity S80UD 27-inch monitor. It's just a normal monitor. It's not a smart one in the sense that it connects to the internet and has smart TV operations. I didn't want that for this area because it's such a purpose-built zone. I needed just a monitor that does its job. All it does, this monitor, is just plug in for DeX. That's all I needed it to do. And this does that. It outputs in 4K, so DeX looks really crisp on the screen. And it's got a sort of a matte finish on the display too, so it's got anti-reflective properties, which is great because of the fact I've got a big giant window, which I've closed right now, that could potentially distract me. And the finish of it, the design, just sort of gives a nice aesthetic on the desk too, as well as a strong, sturdy stand. I've got various sort of wireless chargers and other trinkets and accessories that's sort of floating around and sitting on the desk, which is nice, but I also wanted to get something new for it. So I got myself a Galaxy Home Mini speaker. I was so ready for this product. I was really excited that this was going to be really fun to have a smart speaker on my desk. That's a Samsung one. Problem is that it only speaks in Korean. And intermittently, for no reason whatsoever, it would just start saying Galaxy Home Mini and then something in Korean. And it just looks like the software isn't really upkept anymore. So there's nothing really I can do to sort of make it work for my region. That's fine. Totally fine. In any case, it looks good on the desk and becomes a nice desktop ornament. I also bought a SmartThings button for this area too, but I'm having the same problem. I'm trying to connect it via SmartThings hub, and it seems like none of the hubs that I have actually are supportive of the button. So again, another good desk ornament. The next zone I built is the one behind me, and that's my editing zone. This is where I head over to if I need to lock in. I've got big edits to do. I needed a dedicated space just for that. The big hero over here is my Samsung Smart Monitor M9 32-inch. which sits atop of my FlexiSpot standing desk. Whilst this is a Samsung Studio, there's products that you need to get sometimes to sort of tie it all together and enhance what Samsung offer me. And the sponsor of this video, FlexiSpot, with this desk, have done just that. This desk is unreal. When building an office, a good desk is paramount to the success of the workflow you can achieve in here. In the last week or so, in getting this space ready, I've put together some pretty ordinary desks, I will say. Flat pack ones that just come with bad instructions and bad materials, and I've had to try and figure out how to put them together based off the flimsy instructions they come with. But when it came time to put this desk together, couldn't have been easier, and the materials could not have been more sturdy. Sit and stand desks are kind of all the rage in recent times, and for good reason. They offer the flexibility of being able to sort of sit when you want to and stand when you need to. This desk is electronically controlled as well. It's got a little touchpad area built into it. You can program set heights to its memory. So if you want to walk in and lock in with energy, you can press your standing preset and it'll sort of rise itself up to that level and you're ready to get to work. Or when it's time to finish the job and you want to relax on the couch that's in your room, set it to sitting. Pick up your game controller, kick back on the couch and relax. In the same way, lock in with energy on the couch. It rhythmically sort of moves up and down too. There's no sort of sticking points and it doesn't sort of stop it and sort of stutter. It just smoothly goes up and down as it needs to. The desk itself is built to hold things. You can put so many things on this desk. As you can see, I've sort of got a lot on there. Some things we'll need to talk about at a later date, but with the stuff on top, it moves up and down with ease. FlexiSpot helped me with my home studio. Now it's time for them to help you. There has never been a better time for you to jump in with a standing desk with FlexiSpot's Black Friday sales. So head to their website using the link in the description, and thanks you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. The Smart Monitor M9 that's on here is something that I have shown off before. What's really great about it is it has the aesthetic of a monitor, but the smarts of a TV. So you get more out of it. So for something like this station, where I've kind of got a relaxing area and I've got an editing zone, it's great to have that duality with it. And because it's a smart monitor, it kind of connects the whole home together as well, so you can control things from it. And that's really what I wanted out of this whole room. I wanted to be able to walk in, press some buttons, and everything's set up and ready to go. And the way to do that is through SmartThings. SmartThings connects literally everything that Samsung offer and third-party stuff and brings it all together into one convenient place. For example, I've got what Samsung call the music frame, which is a smart speaker which looks like a piece of art hanging on the wall. Not too dissimilar to their smart TV, the frame, but it's a static image that you can't change electronically. You have to physically change it. That's okay. But it's a speaker and it outputs great sound and you can wirelessly connect things like the monitor to it.
And wowza, what a journey it's been to get here. And look, I've got to acknowledge that this video is slightly later than usual, but there's a very good reason for that. You see, all the way from when Apple first...
And also things like your phone, and it's great. And it's one of the things you can control through SmartThings. And it was important to me to have something like that in the office. But it also connects the home. Like I've got things like a smart oven now, I've got the family hub fridge, the washing machine, all stuff that I'm definitely going to incorporate in a future video, so hit subscribe. But it's just great that SmartThings as a platform can bring all that together. And for my office, I really wanted to control some third-party solutions like lights. And Samsung have solutions to be able to do that through buttons and automations. I tried the SmartThings button out, didn't quite work, but I thought, what if I tried the SmartThings station? This for me is a genius little product because it acts as a SmartThings hub, whilst it also has the automation with the button and also acts as a wireless charger. That's pretty impressive. So to make this work, what I needed was some third-party products like TP-Link smart power boards. I connected them up, so they have to connect them first through their app, and then you connect it through SmartThings and connect the accounts together. And then you can set automations within SmartThings to control them. Because I've got these two lights here plugged into the smart power boards, what I can then do is control them through SmartThings. And all I need to do is press a button. I'll do it here. This will turn them off. And then this will turn them back on. System works. So when I want to walk in and start filming, I just have to walk in, press that button, the lights come on, and I'm ready to go. And then when I'm done, press that same button, lights go off, out I walk. Powered by Samsung and the SmartThings platform, this office is just the beginning of what I want to do. Over time, I'm going to subtract and add and optimize everything that I've got to make sure this is the best version of the office it can be. And that in turn will help me bring the content to you that I know you like watching. Like, for example, behind that door over there is a completely dedicated studio area just for top-down B-roll shots. And I've even got stuff in there that's Samsung powered that I'll show you at a different date because it relies on things like portable monitors and Samsung DeX. And it's just awesome that that's tucked away, hidden behind a door. And to get to this point, really what I need to do is thank you guys, the viewers. Anyone who's hit subscribe, anyone who's watched the video at all, any 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever time of length that you've watched, it's so appreciated because without all of it, this wouldn't be where it is. And really, whilst I've built it for myself to be able to make the videos, ultimately, it's going to be you that reaps the rewards because you get to watch better content. I'll bring you faster content because I have a better space to create it. And the other thing I'm going to say is if you're wanting a change, if you've thought about your life and you think there's something else you can contribute to society in another way, then maybe starting a YouTube channel could be the way to go. Just pick up your phone, get some good lights and a good microphone, and that's the start. That's all you need. Who knows where it might take you. Hit subscribe, basically, because there's going to be more to come from this studio and you won't want to miss it. See you guys in the next one. You.